Dono, for a guy that was in on 10 tackles for 10 turnovers just a couple years ago, a ball hawking player, you've had to go overcome a lot. What was it like to be on the field right there and to make a turnover, big pick to seal a win?
Just blessed to be had this opportunity, and coaches put me in a great position to make a play, and the defensive line put great pressure on him at the end.
All right, Donovan, we're going to stay on the front row and go right here to Mark.
Mark Passwaters with Rivals. Donovan, would you mind walking us through that play where you got the pick?
I was the deep safety. Quarterback kind of rolled towards where he was throwing, and put a lot of air on it, gave me a chance to make a play.
All right, Donovan, over here on the right-hand side along the aisle.
Ben Baby with the Dallas Morning News. Donovan, did you as a defense get a sense that y'all were going to be the ones that were going to have to win this game, given the way the offense kind of struggled at times against their defense?
We all just knew that once we came back at a halftime, both sides were going to make a play, and defense was just clicking. We got a lot of room for improvement, though. We just came out and executed early, but we got to finish stronger at the end.
All right, we're going to stay on the second row and right here to Kirk Bowles.
Yeah, Donovan, your coach came in here and gave a pretty blistering attack on the team. What did he tell you guys as a team, and what do you make of that?
Could you repeat that, sir?
He seemed ticked off.
Oh.
I was curious what you made of that.
Yeah, we just got to gel as a whole unit, like both sides of the ball and on the special team. We'll come back next week ready to execute.
All right, we're going to go right here on the front row. Right here on the front row.
Donovan, how do you handle everything you've gone through in 2 of the first 4 games? What kind of advice did you get? Do you feel like they were targeting calls? And talk about just kind of hanging in there and then making a big play today.
I just got to learn from the mistakes I made. Just try to play my game without being too hesitant. But I learned from my mistakes, and things happen.
All right, guys. We also have Kalen Mond and Travion Williams up on the stage. Again, raise your hand, and we'll bring a mic to you. Raise your hand all the way in the back, if we would, all the way in the back to Daryl.
Donovan, this is for you, Daryl Bruffett from KBTX. You talked about everything happens for a reason. Can you look at that interception and go, I got kicked out of a couple of games for targeting. I'm kind of getting a little bit of this back, and does it make you feel good, give you some more confidence?
I feel like I let my team down every time I get those targeting penalties, so I try to stay out that situation. And both sides just did a great job.
All right, we're going to come around here to the front row to Gabe.
Gabe Bach with Texas Kellen, if you give us your assessment of your individual performance and that of the offense today.
I think the offense, I think we're a little bit inconsistent. We knew we could drive on them, and we had a lot of success, but it takes that one small penalty or interception that I threw to kind of turn the game around, and that's something I kind of need to clean up, and I knew that. And, coming into halftime, I told everybody continue to do what they're doing because those interceptions and turnovers were on me. So just something that we need to clean up for us to be better on offense, and that's just something that's on me.
All right, raise your hand and we'll get a mic to you for any questions. Right here on the second row, Ben.
Travion, Ben Baby with the Morning News. What did Jimbo tell you on the locker room after the game? He did not seem too happy.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about it because coming into the game, we were considered the team to win, but throughout the game we weren't consistent. We showed some spurts of greatness, and then at the same time we did some things that weren't what we were supposed to do, like with some penalties and some things that we did. But throughout the game, he was preaching on, man, we got to finish, we got to do the right things, and he just wasn't too happy. He was happy we got the win, of course, but it was just some things that we got to get back to the drawing boards and fix.
We go right here on the second row, actually, to Suzanne.
Travion, right here. When the game was on the line, when y'all returned to ice it, how do you think you assess how you played and overall your game as well? I think you had another 100-yard game.
I feel like we were pretty successful on the ground today. We kind of ran the ball, and that was something that we stick to, and it was something that we did. But at the end of the game, when we were trying to ice it, it's a 4-minute situation. So that means we got to keep the chains moving to get those first downs, running the ball. I definitely feel like we got to be better in that, and that's on my part, and I take fault in that. Got to be able to run harder, be able to break a tackle, and keep the chains moving. But definitely, I feel like it was a pretty good game today, and got to always improve. So we got to get back to the drawing boards and improve for next week.
All right, guys, we're going to go all the way in the very back with the television riser.
This for Travion and Kellen, Justin Woodard from KAGS. Jimbo's talked about it a lot, to have that killer instinct, right? You guys up 14-0 in the blink of an eye, and I think you only scored one more time in your next 8 or 9 possessions. Can you talk about trying to get that killer instinct somehow in you guys moving forward to where when you're on top you can bury a team?
Yeah, that's something that he preaches on every single day in practice. And when I talk about trying to be perfect, that's something that he constantly is honest about, and that's why he coaches us so hard. So just those small details he preaches is the big things that kind of cost us. So definitely we get another opportunity next week, but definitely need to clean up some stuff, protect the ball on my part, and clean up a little bit on the blocking scheme. But definitely a great opportunity for us to get better next week.
All right, guys, we're going to come over here onto the second row here along the aisle to Olin.
Yola Buchanan for Texas. Donovan, I'm going back to you. Can you just tell me what you think the frame of mind or the mood was, or however you put it, for the defense in general when y'all went out for that last series? Because Arkansas had just taken the ball down and scored on y'all before, and now the game was kind of hanging in the balance.
Yeah, we just went out there with a lot of energy. Everyone knew that somebody had to make a play, and I was just blessed to have the opportunity to make that play.
All right, welcome Dalen Mack to the stage. We're going to go to the third row here along the right-hand side.
Kellen, you guys have played in some pretty big-time environments, both at home and on the road before this year, and today there wasn't as big of a crowd. Did this feel like a big game to you, and was it hard to kind of get that energy that y'all had in the past?
I mean, it felt like not a Kyle Field game, but definitely our fans definitely showed a presence. It could definitely help playing at Kyle Field, having a little bit more energy, but that's something that we can't control, and it's our job as leaders on the team to bring that energy on offense, defense, and special teams.
All right, we're going to go to the front row right here, middle.
Kellen, on I believe 3 third and longs, you went with run plays. I know Travion picked up a first down on one of them. Were those run checks that you can remember, or was that a designed run on all 3 of those?
I can't quite remember, but I think two of them were run checks, and then one of them was a design run, if I can remember right.
All right, we're going to go to the front row right here to Gabe.
Gabe Bach with Texas. Dalen late in the first, I think back-to-back plays. You had a short gain stop and then a tackle for loss and then a sack. You could just take us through that moment and just overall how you performed in the game.
I know a lot of people have been talking about how I've been playing, but my coach he told me I could play better. I really just wanted to come out and establish that in this game, and I'm just trying to get better each and every game.
All right, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you right here on the second row to Ben.
Dalen, first off, how well do you think this defense is playing right now, given through 5 games of the year?
Well, I think we're doing really good. I think we can be better, and we know that. I mean, we're going to continue to get better. So, probably just need to look at the film and figure some stuff out. But we're playing really good right now.
And then at the end, when Jimbo was talking to Tyrell, was that the most animated you had ever seen him in the middle of a game, or where does that compare to what y'all have seen?
I guess that would be the most animated he's been in the middle of a game. But we've seen more.